Yo, so as I was saying, this is what these cults do that take your money from your bank accounts and make you a homeless person so that they can follow you, harass you, and do shit to your food and try to poison you and have the police come and cause problems and shit like that and follow you for the rest of your life until you die or until you're killed, and they'll organ harvest you. So anytime you're making money, anytime you in any way, right? If it's not illegal, if you're making money, they know that that's a problem because you're getting yourself out of your homeless position, and you're going to be around people, and people are going to witness what people are doing to you. So they cannot have that happen. So what they do is they send an attractive female into your life. And what that female does is what all women do: spend your money. So look, I was homeless, battling these cults, these police, these demons, right? Fighting for my life in order to stay alive. Because, like I said, I was put in this position. They took my money from my bank accounts, they made me homeless. So, the moment I had an idea to make some money, they knew that was a problem. So, they sent this female into my life. Go on my page, you'll see her. Um, they study you. They study you in order to know what are your habits, what foods you like, what type of women you like, and this and that. So they know how to manipulate you. Um, so let's get into it. I'm not really gonna tell you the full story because I'll be here all day. It's gonna be like another hour video, and I don't want to do that again. Long story short, we started dating, but it wasn't slow dating. Like on the first date, we were in my hometown because she claims to be from Lubbock, Texas. So I don't understand how you come from all the way to Lubbock, Texas, and she was homeless. So I don't understand how you come all the way from Lubbock, Texas to Temple, Texas, which is my hometown. You left your hometown to come to my hometown. That's suspicion number one. And she was homeless, living with people, whoever she could live with, right? At least that was her story. But we were both homeless. Well, she was living with a friend. So what you call that, whatever you call it. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't paying no rent, none of that shit. Just living there, helping, clean and all that other bullshit. Watching the crib, right? So, like I said, on the first date, she immediately invited me to this meeting with her friends, so-called friends, right? But we were at this creek, this huge ass creek in Austin, Texas, and we had a good time and all that bullshit, right? You know what I'm saying? We kicked it. I had a vehicle, and her friend's girl or her friend had a boyfriend, and they had their own vehicle, so, and they had a kid too. So we went to Austin. You know what I'm saying? We kicked it off, had a good time. I brought my dog with me. I was homeless. I had a car because I lived in a car like I'm living in a car now, and I had my dog with me. So I took my dog, and from there, it was just, we connected immediately. You know what I'm saying? Immediately, quick, fast. I'm thinking this is a match. I'm thinking like, damn, like we already got so much in common, and we just met, shit like that type shit. And that's exactly what you got to watch out for. These cults will send these females into your life, and they'll be such a great match for you that you don't think about how they got your fucking face, your picture, and your face in a file with all your information and what you like, what you don't like, your habits, what you like to eat, and all this other bullshit. And they will study you, and they will pretend to be this woman version of themselves, this perfect woman that you always wanted. So you got to watch out for that. Now she wants to call me insane and mental for calling her out, because I called her out day one. I was like, I already got people after me trying to take my life, and I already know you with them. I told her this shit almost every day. I was like, I already know you with them. I'm not stupid, right? So I told her, I said, you gotta make your choice. You're either gonna be with them, you're gonna be with me. She made a choice. She wanted to still pretend like she didn't know what the fuck I was talking about, play games, and get in the way of my fucking money. Because that's all she did. Yell and complain every single day while I'm homeless, putting money in her fucking pocket, paying for her food every day. And I gotta deal with her mouth every motherfucking day while I'm homeless, trying to get out of my position while helping her because she lost her job. But she don't look at it that way, and she want to talk about I didn't do shit for her. Bitch, I'm homeless. I'm putting money in your pocket. I'm paying for your food every single day. I'm taking you city to city so you can go club and have fun with your friends. So you can go meet your fucking family out in Lubbock, Texas. So you telling me somebody homeless that has a vehicle, that makes money with that vehicle, stops what they doing to benefit you, and they ain't do shit for you? Because at the end of the day, the relationship ended because she bipolar, and she working with these cold ass motherfuckers that's trying to organ harvest me. She saw the shit that was going on, but she didn't give a fuck. That's suspicion number 2. How you see all these people following me, parking by me every single day, doing absolutely nothing, just watching me, and you don't say nothing about that? All these cops constantly pulling up to my car, checking up on me and shit, and you don't say nothing about that. And you don't tell nobody. And that's exactly how I knew my family was involved, because I told my family and they didn't give a fuck. They didn't call nobody. They didn't help me. They didn't say nothing to anybody. So that's exactly how I knew my family was involved. How many times you gotta tell your family that people are following you around the country and they're hurting you physically with your body with scientific weapons, and they're like, oh, do you need to talk to a what's the name? A therapist? That's the first thing that to come out of their fucking mouth. That's the first thing to come out your family mouth. Do you need a therapist? That's the first thing that come out your family mouth. That's your family. That's the people that's supposed to be there with you no matter what. Right? That's what my family told me when I told them what was going on with these police and these people following me around. So my family can no longer be trusted because they betrayed me for money. Because all of a sudden they buying shit now. Cars, houses, all this other bullshit. My mother and my sister never had money like that, bro. Never. And now all of a sudden my sister got this money to afford a different home and vehicles. And my mother buying vehicles and a different house and shit like that all of a sudden. And this is all happening at the same time this girl came into my life. So like I said, I was making $300 a day in Austin, Texas. $300 a day. That is better than what most people make in this country. Hell, in the world. That is better. That is good money. And I was getting out of my homeless position. But what do you know? I forgot to mention, this isn't the first time we were so like I said, the first date was the first date, right? That was the beginning. But we stopped talking, we fell off a little bit after, some shit happened. and she got boyfriend drama with her ex that she was still in love with. You know what I'm saying? Talking about she not in love with the guy, but you let the guy come over and shower at the house you staying at. You let him come over and shower, and then out of nowhere her nose starts bleeding, and she's like, "Oh, my nose won't stop bleeding," and she's crying tears and shit. And I'm just looking at her like, "What the fuck are you crying for? It's just a nosebleed. You're not fucking dying." But she claims to be so hard and so hood, but she's fucking crying over a fucking nosebleed. Imagine that. So she goes into the bathroom with her ex that was in there taking the shower. He's grabbing at her. "Oh, it's gonna be okay. I got you. I'll take care of you." And I'm just on the couch listening to this shit. And they got the door closed and shit while she's in the sink crying over a fucking nosebleed. She's in no pain. She's just crying because her nose won't stop bleeding. I told her to put her head back. Her ex talking about, "Oh, you're not supposed to put your head back. It's not good for you." Dude, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. And her ex wanted to pretend to be, her ex was 19 years old. I was 25 at the time. And I already told her, I'm not fighting your ex. Like, if anything happened, I'm not fighting your ex. He's 19 years old. I'm 25 years old. It doesn't make sense. The dude wanted to pretend to be some fucking thug out in Temple, Texas, carrying around gun, sagging a little bit. He was white, saying nigga, all this other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's just unmature as fuck. Motherfucker wanted to wear a bandana on his face and, wear a ski mask all of a sudden. I don't know what it is with you young motherfuckers out here that think y'all some type of thug and somebody's supposed to be scared of you. You think you run the city. You think you got some shit going for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to speak too much on him. But I'm going to speak on this girl that I know was involved with these people that got in the way of my money and got in the way of me getting out of my homeless position so that they can continue to do the shit that I'm recording. So like I said, we fell off. But when I started working in Austin, Texas, we weren't talking for a while. Probably like I don't even know if it was a year. I think it was around a year. You know what I'm saying? We would text every now and then. I'd be like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not like the rest of these guys out here. I'm not gonna beg you to be with me and shit like that. Some bullshit, right? But as soon as I start making money in Austin, Texas, $300 a day, this bitch called me out of nowhere. Suspicion number 3. How the fuck you call me out of nowhere when I start making good money like that? Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Lay your butt down and stop. She talking about, "Come get me." I'm like, what? Bitch, you ain't talked to me in a long ass time. You talking about come get you? What are you talking about? She talking about come get me. I'm bored. I want to go eat. I want to go do that. I want to go do that. She see I got a car now. Because I lost my first car. Hold on, I'm going to get off topic real quick. I lost my first car and I lost my job. When we first started dating, before I started working, making $300 a day, I was making even better money than that. I forgot all about this. In Buda, Texas, Buda. That's near Austin. Closest shit to Austin, right? Basically Austin. I had this job out there, and I had to drive from Temple to Austin to Buda, Texas. And I was making, I believe, $32 an hour doing because I had my CDL. I was doing the, what is it called? Core-Mark. I think it's Core-Mark or one of them semi-truck jobs where you have either a shorter trailer or maybe a longer trailer that delivers groceries to these different places, whether it's a restaurant, movie theater, or damn, I can't think. You know where the old people stay at. when the family can't take care of them. The homes, the old people homes, shit like that you deliver food to. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get the trailer over there, open the trailer door. It had a freezer, had a refrigerator. You know, you pull the thing out, so you pull the ramp out so you can, and you had a dolly, and you put the shit on the dolly. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And you know, brought the dolly up there, put the shit, stacked it up on the dolly, brought it down the ramp. Doing that shit, that's hard work. $32 an hour, and that was, I think $32 an hour was the minimum starting pay. So I had a good ass job. But the reason I left the job is because I began to have pain in my chest and pain in my head from the shit that they were using against me, right? I told y'all, that's the reason I can't fucking have a job. Because anytime I start making good money, these people start fucking with my head and they start fucking with my heart and in my chest. So I don't know if I got something in my head or my chest that's interacting with these cell phones and all these electronics and all this battery bullshit, because directly behind me was an air conditioner for the fridge and for the freezer on the trailer. So as we were driving in the truck, I was in constant pain. I mean, extreme fucking pain. My head was fucking hurting. My chest was hurting. So I don't know if they did something to me as a fucking child and put something in my body, but I'm about to get that figured out real soon. Because like I said, they've been keeping me from making money. They've been attacking me in this way for years. So if that's the case, and if there's something in my chest and in my head from what these hospitals did to me when I was a child that my family fucking knows about, and they've been using it as a weapon against me, we're going to fucking war. We're going to fucking war. My family knows about it. All these police know about it. And that's exactly why these people are fucking following me around now. See, I told you I was going to get the story out. It's going to be mixed up. Because like I said, I'm going to make a long-ass video, and I'm going to have everything in order. Because y'all know how I am. When I start getting off topic, I lose my train of thought. But where was I at? I don't want to go too deep into that. But I'm going to just end it here. I had to leave the job because I was in so much pain. They didn't understand why I had to leave. Now, I think some of them did know. The person training me, he knew why I had to leave. Because he was in the cult. He was in the cult that was after my life for organ harvesting. He was training me, teaching me the job. And I could see it in his face that he knew what the fuck was going on with me. Like I said, you can't hide your true intentions from me. I can look at you and read you like a fucking book. You can't hide and you cannot lie to me, bro. I don't care who you are. And I knew he was a part of their cult. So that being said, these cults, they can work anywhere, bro. They start working at these fast food restaurants that you're around, and they start doing shit to your food. I got videos of a guy that pulled up behind me in the driveway, didn't order anything. And neither did I, because I knew he was about to tell them to do something to my food, to the people that was working in there. It's everywhere I go, fast food restaurants, the first day, it's a team of people, right? Working together. But eventually, all these people start disappearing one by one, and it's a whole new crew in the fucking store. Every time. I've been state to state to state, from Texas all the way to New York City, bro. Same shit happening. Police, random ass motherfuckers, following me the fuck around, taking pictures, taking videos. They've been doing shit to me in my health, hurting me physically and mentally. But let's move on. I'm not going to talk about that. I left the job. A lot of them knew why I left the job, and a lot of them didn't know. When I left the job, my car was towed. My car was towed. So I walked back to the hotel I was staying at. And the job knew I was living in the car at the time. So they offered to pay for my hotel and keep me there. Stay away from hotels. Listen to me. Black community. If y'all don't do anything, I don't know how to word this, but if y'all don't do anything else, you know what I'm saying, y'all can do whatever the fuck you want. But if you're in my position and you know these people are after you, stay away from hotels. Stay away from hotels. They kill you in hotels. That's exactly why that cop came over here trying to offer me fucking shelter. They're trying to get you behind closed doors. They have weapons that they can use against you through walls. But they're at the point to where they don't even give a fuck. That's why that guy in the blue truck was offering me a hotel. Go watch all of my videos. The guy in the blue truck that tried to open my fucking door. I'll get you a hotel, bro. Let you relax. Let you sit down. Stay away from hotels. Because they're at the point where if I go back to a hotel, they just going to try to send people after me and kill me behind closed doors. Or they're going to continue to use the weapons they've been using against me on a higher frequency, on a higher radiation output to kill me behind closed doors where nobody can be seen. Nobody can see it. Nobody can hear it. Nobody can see me die. Stay away from hotels. I'm telling you right now. Now, what was I saying? They offered me the hotel. I declined. I said, no, I'm leaving the job. I'm not staying here. I had to get out of the hotel because I was in so much pain. So I slept outside with my dog and I had my leash on him. And I wrapped the leash around my hand. But somehow he just fucking walked because he wanders off. When I was asleep, he wandered off and he was gone. I heard some people blowing their horn down the road. I couldn't see because there was just too much in the way, like this grass and this field I was in. The shit was too high, so I couldn't see past it. So I walked around it. And my dog was gone. The police picked him up. I already knew somebody picked him up. So I called the female I was with and I was like, hey. Well, I didn't call her yet. Hold on. By the way, this is still in Buda, Texas when I left the job. I don't know if it was Core-Mark. I think it was Core-Mark. I don't know if it was Core-Mark. It was one of the motherfucking jobs. It wasn't Cisco, so it probably was Core-Mark. But let's move on. Where was I at? Hotel. I left the hotel. I was out sleeping with my dog. He wandered off. Somebody picked him up. I didn't know who picked him up. I thought it was a random motherfucker. So I go down the road screaming my dog's name. And, for 10, 20 minutes. And I'm like, fuck it. He's gone. I go back to the hotel. I sit down and just sit there. Because I'm thinking I lost my dog forever. And I just go to sleep eventually. And say, fuck it. I'll put my shit online. Say missing dog. Put some posters up. Whatever. So I lost the car. They towed my car when I left the job. Lost my dog. Went back to the hotel. Went to sleep. I'm leaving a lot out of the story that's y'all should know. But before I move on, let me tell you this. When I did have the car, and when I arrived at the job, when I was staying in the car, sleeping in the car, I was staying in a place where no cars were parked at. It was like some rock area, big ass rock area, where it's just rocks on the ground, like the white rocks and shit. That cause smoke when you drive around the motherfucker. Yeah, those type of rocks. Late at night, I was sleeping in the car, and 3 or 4 police officers pull up to the car talking about, what are you doing here? It was next to some gas station. They were like, what are you doing here? Are you sleeping or are you living out of your car? And they already know that because they put me in this position. So, and this is before my car was towed, obviously. But I just wanted to mention that so y'all know that these police have been after. Like, this has been going on for years, bro. But let's get back on topic here. Where was I at, y'all? Where was I at? due to Texas, lost the car, went to sleep in the hotel. Next day, I think I had someone come pick me up, or I don't remember who came. Probably my mom came to pick me up. I told her I had to leave the job, and you know what I'm saying. Y'all gotta remember, all these people know what's going on with me. They're just pretending like they don't know, and they're gonna continue to call me crazy, continue to call me insane or mentally ill when they're hiding what they're doing. They're trying to hide the weapons that they've been using against me, just causing me pain all throughout my entire body, but mainly in my head and my chest. Like I said, these people have been trying to stop my heart from beating almost every single day. Almost every single day. Um, fuck. So I ended up, I ended up being driven back to my home city, Temple, Texas. I'm homeless there. No car, nothing. The girl I'm with, which is a part of their cult that she's pretending not to be, that they use, like the girl in Get Out. You know how the girl in Get Out, right? From the movie Get Out, there's this scene where she is on her laptop looking at basketball players, black basketball players, only blacks, and she's plotting to get close to them, start dating them, and then bring them home to her home so that they can hypnotize them or use some whatever, you know, bullshit on them to control them or put them to sleep, and basically tie them down and do whatever, right? In that movie, they were removing the black person's brain and putting the white person's brain in that black person, because these white people, like I said, they show you in the movies. That's how these people are weird. That's how they are in real life, bro. They've been doing this shit since the beginning of time, bro. That's why you got white people injecting melanin in their fucking body. That's why you got white people talking about black people's organs are superior, and that's exactly why all these blacks are being found with missing organs from their body in the middle of fucking nowhere, and now they're taking people's organs from them. Y'all don't even want to know this shit, bro. Y'all don't even want to know the shit that goes on, but I know the shit that goes on. But y'all may not even believe it, but it's true. It's the truth. And this is what they've been trying to do to me for years. For years. And I already got the evidence. Like I've already shown y'all. It's too much. It's too much to be ignored. It can't be ignored, bro. But that's basically, what goes on in the world. Go watch the movie Get Out if you haven't watched it. They got all types of different ways that they can hypnotize you. They do different things to the body. You know what I'm saying? It's not a joke. But and many people out here have lost their lives, especially or mostly people of color. But let's continue with my story. I'm homeless. The girl I'm with gets a job, and this was before I was working in Austin, making $300 a day. Like I said, the job I was working with, the semi truck, that was $32 an hour, which was way better money than $300 a day. But let's continue. But it was way better than $300 a day if I wasn't working 7 days a week. If I was working 7 days a week, I think I'd probably go with the $300 a day. But let's go ahead and continue. I'm homeless in Temple. You know what I'm saying? Her ex gets out of jail because he was in jail, but her ex gets out of jail. She starts fucking on her ex again. She comes to me crying, talking about he's so manipulative and a liar, and she shows me a picture of her laying down on her stomach in the bed, and somebody took a picture of her, and she's like, "This isn't me. He's talking about he fucked me, yada yada yada." She's crying, and I'm like, "But it's you. Like, you act like I don't know what the fuck you look like just because I don't see your face." So she lied right there. I'm not gonna say that's suspicion number 4, but the girl's a fucking liar. She's bipolar as shit. She can't control her. She can't control her anger issues, and she's a young white female, and she would do what young white females do. And later down the line, she ended up cheating on me. I'm not even gonna say young white females because all you white females do the same shit. It's not even just white females. All you girls do the same shit. Y'all cheat. It's what y'all do. It's in y'all's fucking nature. Y'all ain't raised to be traditional, and y'all just can't keep your fucking legs closed, and y'all wonder why men don't take you serious. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Let's just move on. Fuck. This is why I hate getting off topic, because I just start steering away and I forget what the hell I'm talking about. Yeah, she's fucking on her ex while she's living with her female friend, not paying rent, not doing, and she's trying to get a job. She's working job to job. She has family issues, she has boyfriend issues, all this other bullshit. And I told her, don't bring that shit into our relationship, and she still did, which was the main problem. And you know what I'm saying? She told me I was too nonchalant. She told me I didn't really care and I didn't argue enough with her. So you know what I did? I started arguing with the bitch. I started yelling with the girl. I started getting on her nerves and pushing her buttons. Guess what? She started calling me manipulative and she said I'm just like her ex, trying to get a reaction out of her. But this is what you wanted, right? I was too nonchalant, right? I was too quiet. I didn't argue with you. So which one do you want? Do you want the calm and quiet person, or do you want the argumentative person? Which one do you want? So you bitches, when you say you want this, you say you want that, but when you get it, you still got a problem with that. That's the problem with you girls. You're not satisfied with anything. And that's exactly why you go from dude to dude to dude, dick to dick to dick, because you're not satisfied. You never will be. You're not raised to be traditional. You bitches just hoes, thoughts, and tramps, sluts, prostitutes, hookers, whatever, whores. You're all the same. You're all the same. And you hang around nothing but thoughts. And that's what this girl was hanging around. Nothing but thoughts. Girls that cheat on their boyfriends and shit like that. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Why are you hanging around them? And you talking about you not like them. I said that to her. You talking about you not like this girl, but you hang around them. You are what you hang around. So, let's go back to me making $300 a day. I'm gonna skip all, because like I said, I'm gonna make a long ass video. I'm probably gonna be talking for a full 48 hours on everything that happened to me. I'm skipping a whole bunch of shit, and I'm telling you shit out of order, so it's really fucking me up. And this is years ago, but long story short, I'm being attacked mentally and physically by everybody, my family. I'm not gonna say my friends, because my friends just didn't believe the shit I was telling them. I know my friends ain't involved in none of this shit, but my friends just wasn't believing shit I was telling them. I told them I was being followed by people, by police, and they just like, bro, if the government wanted you dead, you'd be dead. And the government was taking money from my accounts, all this other bullshit, right? And police following me, harassing me. You know what I'm saying? I'm being attacked by everybody at this point, including the girl I'm with. So she's living with me in the car. Well, I'm telling you shit out of order, because we were living in the car before I lost the car. It was a white Hyundai Elantra 2017, I believe. It's different than the one I am now. And let me tell you suspicion number 4. The car I'm in now is a blue Hyundai Elantra 2019. So what does that tell you? It's no coincidence that I'm back in a Hyundai Elantra. This, like I said, this is not my car. This is a rental car that I've been living in that I no longer pay for, because they've been trying to kill me in this car. They've been remotely controlling things in this vehicle and within me, trying to kill me. So I'm not paying for this car no more. Fuck them. They got me fucked up. Took my money, you trying to fucking take my life. You got me fucked up. But trying to see where I want to start. Long story short, we're just going back and forth, living paycheck to paycheck, basically. I'm really mixing up two different timelines right now, because the same thing happened in this vehicle I'm in now. The same thing that before I lost the white vehicle. Both times we were working. Like I said, I was making $300 a day in this rental car with Uber, through Uber, driving people around and for Uber to the airport and shit like that, or whatever they needed to go in Austin, Texas, making $300 a day. But whenever I lost my job and all the other shit, when I was working with the white vehicle, working with the semi trucks delivering groceries, and I lost my job, we kind of fell off, because you know these bitches only want you for money, so that's not real love. But we kind of fell off because she was calling me lazy and all this other bullshit, and you know it was just a lot of drama, and shit that she knew what the fuck was going on. She just wanted to pretend like she didn't know. And these people are getting, by the way, paid to fuck with you, to play with your mental and your physical health, and to just pretend like they don't know what you're talking about. They're gonna call you crazy, all this other bullshit. And I even told her, like I said in the beginning, I told her about this shit, and she called me crazy. And then later on, she showed me some shit about some dude, some black guy that was found dead with his organs out of his body, talking about, oh, I didn't believe you, now I believe you, you're not crazy. Yeah. Suspicion number 5. And then I'm really just giving y'all a little bit by bit, because right now it's just all over the place. But long story short, the bitch knew, and I knew she knew, and she knew that I knew she knew. So, you know, we're just at this point playing a game of, you know, what's that movie? With the spy movie with Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, where that scene where they figure out that they're both spies and shit when they're eating dinner. That's basically what was going on. That's basically what was going on the entire time, every single day. Like, I already know who you're with. She knows, I know. So really don't even fucking matter. But like I said, let me just skip the past and try to come, you know, nearer to not the future, but the present, even though it's still in the past. So when I was using this blue car instead of that white car, like I said, it's like a year gap between those two, like a year or two gap between those two time ranges. She called me out of nowhere, talking about come get me, all this other bullshit. So I come down, see the bitch. You know, we start getting back together. We start fucking again. She starts her bullshit all over again. She loses her job. I said, okay, I'm gonna help you make money and put money in your pocket, which I was doing while I was homeless, living in the car, while she was sleeping in her bed every fucking night at her friend's place. And she wanted to complain and argue with me about how she can't bring her dog with me and her while we're driving around working, making money, because my dog don't get along with hers. I'm like, that's not my fucking problem. I'm homeless helping your ass, and you want to sit here and complain about your dog sitting in the fucking cage all day. That is not my fucking problem. You don't want to do that? Go find you a fucking different job then, bitch. I'm the one that's homeless trying to help you make fucking money, which I was doing. I was putting at least $100 or something in her pocket every fucking night. $100 to $150 in her pocket every night. Now, I wasn't physically giving it to her. I was holding it on my account. And the reason I was holding it is because I know how to save fucking money. You bitches do not. Some of y'all do. But she thought I was trying to hold the money from her, keep the money. She's talking about, I don't even give a fuck about the money. I work. I don't even care. I just want to be with you and all this other bullshit. And I told her, I said, we need to work this amount of days and make this amount of money each day so we can get a place of our own. And then she want to talk about, okay, well, if we get a place, you need to keep your dog away from my dog. I'm like, oh my. So I really don't like when girls tell me what the fuck to do. I really don't. I understand my dog was not getting along with her, and I told her I could make them get along. I know how to get dogs to bond, but she wouldn't let me do it. Because they already fought once. And my dog was way bigger than her. She had like a boxer. And my dog's a Cane Corso. So, you know, you already know how that's going to end. Damn, we coming up on an hour. I didn't want to make it this long. I'm trying to skip some shit. Let me skip some shit real quick. Hold on, I'm thinking. Give me a second. Let me load this shit. Give me like 20 seconds here. I really don't know where to start. Like I said, I'm giving y'all bits and pieces here of shit that happened years ago. Yeah, I don't know where to start, man. That's too much information. And right now, I don't really want to tell y'all that because I'm going to be here all fucking night going through all that. Let me see. I'm going to have to skip a lot. Basically, I'm going to skip to the very end. Basically, after me trying to help this girl, because I told y'all she cheated. So I'm going to tell y'all this. I'm going to tell y'all this part of the story where she cheated. And she wanted to pretend like she didn't cheat. And this is where it fell off. And then I've been on my own ever since. And these people really started fucking with me even more. She wanted to go to a guy's house. Let me tell you this about this girl first. She is a masculine female. She don't see it that way, but she is masculine. She acts like a dude, dresses like a dude. She don't see it that way. But then she want to talk about she wants to be treated like a princess and a female. But then you want to act like a hood bitch at the same time. Like, you bitches don't make no sense. But anyway, the bitch say nigga. She try to act black because she want to use the excuse of I hang around. I was raised around black people, so I talk the way I talk. I say nigga, this and that. I don't even like saying nigga. Like, that shit is... And I've only been saying it ever since that fucking blue truck pulled up and he said that shit. So I really got to get that out of my system now. Because I really don't like that word. It's just stupidity and it's of low IQ. Low IQ. So, let's move on. We go to Dallas. Arlington. Which is basically Dallas. And we go to this guy's house. He has a whole bunch of motorcycles in his driveway. And he fixes motorcycles for a living. And she's the type of girl, like, let me tell you this first. She's the type of girl that hangs around a lot of fucking guys. Which is a red fucking flag. You know what I'm saying? Even before we started dating, seriously, she was always hugging on dudes, wherever she worked at, giving people hugs. And I was like, bro, I don't like that. Why you giving people hugs? You don't even hug me. Why you hugging these random ass motherfuckers that you barely even know? Talking about, oh, they my friends. Then she's going in dudes' houses for weed and shit behind closed doors while I'm waiting in the car, and she's gone for like, 10, 20 minutes. I don't know what the fuck she's doing. Giving the guy a fucking blowjob for some weed or for some bullshit was probably what the fuck she was doing with her nasty ass, cheating ass, motherfucking ass. Like I said, I should beat that. Okay, I'm gonna keep that out. I'm gonna keep that out. I'm gonna keep that out. I ain't gonna keep that out because I already told her I should whoop her ass. Cause like she a part of this cult and she pretending like she not, and they paying her and using her to get close to me and learn about me and use me, try to use me for organ harvesting and trying to kill me and shit. Like it's so much shit y'all just do not know. And I don't know if I'm explaining it good enough, but I'm gonna try to explain this shit later. I told this bitch I'm old school and I don't waste my time with bitches. So I said, if you gonna waste my time, go ahead and leave now. She talking about, oh, I'm not no cheater. I don't cheat. I don't sleep around. But the way this bitch move, it's like a cheater, bro. Hugging on dudes, hanging around dudes behind closed doors. Hell, this bitch was at a park with her friend, and they walked off with some dudes to go smoke in a park. And I'm calling this bitch and texting this bitch as a police officer or some type of police officer pulls up and starts walking over there towards them because they was in the bathroom. Talking about they was in the bathroom. And I usually just stay in the car and chill, watch movies and shit. I don't give a fuck what the fuck she doing. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I put trust in her that she wasn't that type of bitch, that type of female that do that type of shit. But this is where I drew the fucking line. Cause you know what I'm saying? I drew like I said, she probably 50 to 100 times she's walked away from me while I'm in the car with some dude or with some dudes, while she's with some dudes, doing whatever. I don't know what the fuck they doing. But she's talking about she not that type of girl. One time she had me drop her off to go walk somewhere to some person at a gas station. And I'm just sitting there watching the bitch walk away. I'm like, why would you have me drop you off here when you walking way down the street to the gas station when I could have just drove you to the gas station? She's talking about, I don't want you to see this person that I'm trying to help, yada, 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 yada. And I stopped texting the bitch and she started blowing me up. Why are you not texting me? Why are you not going? I'm like, bitch, I'm not with the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I told you this, I'm not finna waste my time with a bitch that's, doing what you do. She talking about you misreading me. You think low of me and shit. I'm like, man, shut the fuck up. Shut up. But this is where she drew the line. Like I said, we went to Dallas, Arlington, basically Dallas again, to go see your friend. He had motorcycles in his driveway. He fixes motorcycles. I ain't finna get a guy's address. He was attractive. He was an attractive male. He was younger than me. She said he was an old neighbor. He was an old friend of hers. And I could tell by the way she hugged him that they had like a liking for each other when they was younger, and they still do. So, I'm like, I ain't think too much of it. So I'm like, okay, it is what it is. Shit was in the past. So later, she comes back to the car after she get done talking to the guy. I think we go get some food and get some air in the tire at her brother's mechanical spot because I needed some air in my tire. Like I said, I got no issue with these people. You know what I'm saying? I got no issue with them. They were like, I'm not going to say Arabic, but they were like of that, they were like of that ethnicity. And they said they were a part of that religion, that Islamic religion or some shit like that. I don't know. But look, long story short, we go back later on after we get done working, making some money. We get back to his house late at night after we get done from the park letting the dogs out and shit because we was at a park. So we go back to his house late at night. I think it was like from 9 to 10 p.m. I'm tired as a motherfucker. So I go to sleep while she's in his house doing whatever. I'm thinking she's gonna come back later on and we gonna dip and go back to the park and sleep in the car. Because we did that the night before. Tell me why I wake up at 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. in the morning when we was there from like 9 to 10 at night. I wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning and there's Taco Bell sitting on the car dash on the top area. I have eaten burrito, open food, just sitting there. And she's gone. She was in the house. I forgot to mention, I fell asleep when she was in the car. She wasn't outside. She wasn't in his house yet. I don't know if I told you that, but I fell asleep when she was in the car when we pulled up. So, and she wasn't eating no food. But when I woke up, there was food on the dash, half-eaten burrito, and she don't leave open food, bro. Never have I seen this girl leave open food like that, ever. So I knew something was wrong. She didn't eat all the food and she left it open like that. And then I started thinking, why didn't I wake up when she closed the door? Why didn't I wake up? I'm like, this bitch snuck out the car, softly closed the door so that I wouldn't wake up, and snuck into the house. So I start connecting the dots. I'm like, okay, it's the last time you did this shit to me. I dipped. I got in the trunk, grabbed some of her shit, left it at the door in their front yard, and I just drove the fuck off. I didn't leave the city, but I just drove off to a different area and just went back to sleep. And she calls me probably an hour or two later, like 7, 8 a.m. Where you at? Why don't you leave my stuff at the door? Da, 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 da. Texting me and shit. Calling me. I ain't pick up. I ain't answering no messages. And I block her number, and then she calls me from a different number. Talking about, can you at least bring my phone charger? You have my phone charger. You have my things. And I didn't even come back probably days later to give her shit back. But long story short, I'm like, bro, you were in another guy's house behind closed doors while I was sleeping, she claimed to have been taking a shower. Who the fuck do you know that takes a shower from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. in the fucking morning? Now, I'm not saying you got to be in that water for that long, but who stays in somebody's house that long? Even when you're showering or not. And again, she snuck out the car. She didn't shut the door like a normal person. She softly closed the door. But here's another thing. Why was all her shower shit in my trunk? Clothes, all her bathroom shit in my trunk. So you claim to be showering, but you don't take no clothes. You don't take none of your bathroom shit. And you say you was in somebody's house showering. See, I'm not stupid. I already know she cheated. And she just didn't want to admit it. And I called her mother and let her know why I dropped her shit off and left her there. Because she called her mother, talking about I did her wrong. And her mother wants to take her side. Talking about, oh, she said she didn't cheat, yada, yada, yada. And later down the line, her mother, wants to look at me as the villain. And look at her daughter as the victim, as if I did something wrong. And her daughter wants to tell everybody I did her wrong by leaving her stranded. No, I didn't do you wrong. This isn't the first time you've been acting this way. And that's where I draw the line. You snuck out the car, lied to me, talking about you were showering when all your shower shit was in my trunk, including all your clothes. And you want to sit here and think that that's okay? That is not okay. And even the guy that was pretending like he didn't fuck the bitch, him and his brother, they probably both fucked the bitch. He wanted to call me I'm talking about, bro, can you come pick her up? Because it's causing problems with my girl. He wanted to say my girl's pregnant, we got a kid and all this. I ain't even see no other girl over there. Just him. Just him. I ain't seen no girl. So they could have been lying about that too. He talking about, oh, she's family. We look at her as like a sister. We would never do anything like that. So why the fuck is she lying about showering? Why the fuck is her shower shit in my trunk? Why did she sneak out the car? Why is there open food on my fucking shit? I hate when people try to lie and play me for a fucking fool. As if I was born fucking yesterday. But anyway, I eventually bring her shit back. And she stays there. Talking about she's finna get a job, she's gonna stay there, and she's like, I'm done with you and it's bullshit. And I'm like, okay, I don't give a fuck. You the one that cheated. Give a fuck. I'm saying y'all women is just fucking disgusting, bro. Disgusting. Y'all have no loyalty. You have no honesty. And the minute you start having problems in a relationship, what do y'all do? Y'all cheat. Go have sex with another man. Like that's the answer to anything. See, these women aren't raised to fight for a relationship, fight for their marriage, fight for their partner when in hard times. Y'all tuck tail and run, or you abandon your partner because I don't even know. I guess you fell out of love for the guy because you're arguing with the guy over something fucking stupid. That was some shit you brought up about something stupid. 9 times out of 10, it's about what the fuck y'all. It's about some stupid shit y'all talking about or some shit y'all brought up. You know what I'm saying? I don't got time for that for these childish ass women games. I'm 26 years old. And I've always had this mindset when I was 19. Like I'm not with that childish ass bullshit, bro. About what y'all arguing about. I don't care about none of that, bro. And she wanted to call me nonchalant. I don't care about arguing with her or communicating. And then the minute I do it, I'm being like her ex and manipulative, and I don't care about her feelings and shit like that. And her mental, and you know, I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up, bro. Shut up. I really don't got time for none of that shit, bro. None of that. So long story short, I gave up making money, $300 a day, to just go waste my time with a bitch, trying to help her make money. And like I said, I told her we need to make this amount of money for this many days. What did she tell me? First of all, she kept switching my sleep schedule, working past her hours, working into my time. And then while I was sleeping in the back seat, she wanted to blast music, and I was telling her, I can't sleep. You got to turn the music down. I don't care if you play music, but turn it down. She's one of those girls that blast the fucking shit loud to where you can't even hear yourself think. I'm telling her, bro, I can't sleep. But no, she don't give a fuck. She's still blasting music, using the vehicle I'm paying for, helping her make money. She doesn't care about me sleeping. She doesn't care about working on my hours. And then she wants to complain about how I'm being lazy and not working when I'm fucking tired as shit. Because I can't get any sleep while you're fucking working, blasting fucking music while you sleep comfortably in your bed at night. Rested for the next day, for the next work day. And even before that, she wanted to complain and talk about I was working so much and I'm a workaholic. And we need to go have fun sometimes. And that's exactly where it all fell off. We stopped working as much. And I told her, we need to work. We need to work. We need to work. We need to get a place. She, no, you work too much. So I stopped working so much. You're lazy. You don't work enough. I need to find me a real man. So these cults put this bitch in my life to not only get in the way of my money, but to get in the way of my uprising, think of my words today. to get in the way of my success or my success rate. I'm gonna just say it that way because I really can't think of my words right now. And we're already at an hour. So I'm gonna just leave it there, y'all. Take it how you want to take it. But, you know, that's why I'm in the position I am in now. For trying to help a girl that was basically in my position, but she was staying at her friend's house. And she was working with this cult that's trying to take my life. I'm gonna just leave it at that, y'all. I'm out.